Vermont's governor allowing a new environmental bill to become law without actually signing it, and it's going to help protect Vermont's forests and wildlife. NBC5's Tyler Boronsky spoke with those involved with getting the bill passed. Tyler?
Yeah, Alice, well, advocates say passing this bill is a huge win for the state and a necessity for Vermont's overall future, but it wasn't an easy decision for Governor Phil Scott. The passing of H126, a Vermont land conservation bill, have environmentalists celebrating.
H126 really sets the framework for generously protecting nature in Vermont and doing it in a thoughtful and complementary way with our towns and cities and farmland. And it's really a huge deal that this bill passed.
According to the U.S. Forest Service, Vermont is estimated to lose 12,000 acres of forest land each year. Right now, environmental experts say the state is only conserving about 25% of land. The goal now is to conserve 30% of total land area by 2030 and 50% by 2050. The Vermont Agency of Natural Resources will be the main leader to help the state reach its conservation goals. One big hurdle is the housing shortage impacting the entire state. To do that, they'll be working closely with the Vermont Housing and Conservation Board to figure out that balance.
We want to protect biodiversity and have an ecologically functional landscape, and at the same time recognize that humans live here too. And so holding both of those things together at the same time is really important.
Monday, Governor Phil Scott allowed the bill to become law without his signature, but not without concerns, telling NBC5 in a statement, "Unfortunately, in the effort to achieve flexibility, this bill incorporates findings which muddy the purpose and uses definitions so broad and vague as to be virtually meaningless, which led me to consider a veto because it could be read to mean anything to anybody." Middlebury Representative Amy Sheldon, who introduced the bill, disagrees with the notion that the definition isn't clear of what's considered conserved land.
Beyond just purchasing land outright or putting a conservation easement on land, are there programs out there that are essentially permanently conserving lands, or should there be other ways to permanently conserve lands that we don't know about yet?
Scott goes on to explain his decision, saying, "I'm allowing this bill to go into law because in this case, the legislator has appropriately given this task to an agency of the executive branch that will be accountable to Vermont's taxpayers." Zach Porter, executive director of Standing Trees, whose focus is to protect the state's forests, says passing this bill is the first step to a greener future.
Starting to plan today for how we're going to get there and balance, of course, that conservation with all of the needs that we have in Vermont for affordable housing and whatnot. We can do that all, but we have to be proactive about it. And this legislation puts us in a position to do just that.
Now, the Vermont Agency of Natural Resources and the Housing and Conservation Board will present the conserved land inventory list to lawmakers by July of next year. There will be 12 public meetings throughout the year. That info will be shared on vhcb.org. Live in the newsroom, Tyler Boronsky, NBC5 News.